Hey y'all, I thought I'd just come and make a video real quick. I know everybody's talking about being frugal right now. People are stockpiling. They're grabbing up rice and beans left and right. Anybody who has done some sort of grocery emergency stockpile, just, for sickness or a job loss or something like that, we try to keep a small amount of food and stuff back just in case we hit, a rough patch where we can't spend as much at the grocery store as usual. But a lot of people are suddenly very interested in all of this right now, and with good reason. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about being frugal, using up those rice and beans, and how to make them not boring, how to stretch your food. I'm going to try to do a few of these videos, kind of giving you some ideas how to stretch your meals, either 2 or sometimes even 3 meals out of cooking once and doing like what I call a recipe or a leftover makeover. So I was fixing dinner last night. We sat down to eat and I thought, I really ought to talk about this because people think beans, they think boring. Or if you grew up in the South or the Midwest or very frugally, you probably grew up on beans and cornbread, which that was a staple in my house. We're Southern, and beans and cornbread was something we ate on a regular basis. So Sunday night, I made a 2-pound bag of pinto beans in my new Ninja Foodie, which is like an Instant Pot. I cooked them with some bacon, some garlic and onion, and a little crumbled up bouillon cube, and cooked them. We ate them that night with some fried cabbage and some cornbread. Great meal. It's filling. It's frugal. But what do you do with the leftover beans? You don't have to just serve the beans like they are every time. Some people probably know this and have been doing it for years. Some of the newer cooks or people that are not familiar with cooking or cooking from scratch may not know this. But afterwards, I put the rest of the beans in the fridge. Last night, I pulled them out, warmed them up on the stove, and I made a pot of rice. You can do plain rice, whatever kind of rice you like. I make a Mexican rice that has some sauteed onion, some a half of a jalapeno, and some cilantro and things like that to season it. It's a mild seasoning, but it's good. So I usually make that when we have Mexican. Well, I made a big pot of that, warmed up the beans. I cooked some smoked sausage links that we had in the fridge. And then we put the beans over the rice, cut up the sausage links and put with it, and then served it with some cheese and sour cream, avocado, salsa, and you have a whole other meal. Different flavors. It's not the same exact thing as you ate the day before or a couple days before, so you have that. Well, I still had enough beans left over, and we're a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 kids. So I still had enough beans left over that either tonight or tomorrow night, pardon me, the pollen's high and I'm sniffly, but tonight or tomorrow night, I am going to make a pot of chili with the rest of the beans. So we've got 3 meals out of 2-pound bag of beans. I had enough rice left over last night from the meal that I could put it up and we could have it when we have Mexican. If you are just, a two-person family, divide the beans up and put them in the freezer. Use some for chili, put some aside. You can use them mash them up and cook them with some seasonings for refried beans when you have Mexican. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. A lot of people I know, to stretch ground beef for tacos, they will mash up some beans and mix it in with their taco meat so that it kind of blends in and you don't really know that you're eating beans. You can make refried beans, bean burritos, all kinds of things. But 2-pound bag of dried beans fed our family of 4, 3 dinners. And my husband took, or they will feed us 3 dinners because I'm doing the chili tonight. But my husband took leftovers for lunch after each of those meals, and he'll have chili left over to take. So there's a lot of stuff you can do to stretch. Don't throw away things. If you have a tiny bit of taco meat left, put it in the freezer. If you have a tiny bit of chicken left, put it in the freezer. Vegetables, cooked vegetables, throw them in an omelet, throw them in a casserole, a soup. You know, keep a little container in the freezer of your vegetables and stuff that you don't use, and you can add them to a pasta sauce, or like I said, a casserole, a soup, whatever. Put your stuff to good use and think outside the box. There's a lot of things you can do to be frugal and still cook from scratch, still be healthy, and have flavor and have a good meal. So I think next time, maybe next week, I'm going to do a video on cooking a whole chicken and how to use the chicken up for several meals like that too. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any suggestions or your ideas on what you do to stretch your food and to make your leftovers creative. Talk to you later. Take care.